Welcome back to the BCSN Game Time live coverage here of the 2025 SWAC Football Media Day. And joining us here is the head ball coach of the Alabama State Hornets, Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., heading into his
How you doing?
Heading into his fourth season, leading the Hornets. Last season, the Hornets were 7-5, 5-3 in conference, tied for second in the East for the second consecutive year. Coach, I'll start it off and we'll kind of go down the line. Alabama State, you've been 2 consecutive years finishing second in the East, and you've been in the top 3 all 3 years that you've been at the helm. What is the journey going to look like for Alabama State to finally win that East Division this year and find themselves in the SWAC championship game this season?
Well, I think for us, it's just a matter of keeping everybody healthy. We kind of went through that last year, had a whole lot of unexpected injuries. When you have multiple injuries at one position, is always tough. But I'm a stoic philosophy type of guy. Nobody complains. I don't think complaining helps. It's a sign of weakness. So we just went through our work. We did what we had to do week to week. So I think but going through that adversity will help us to get to the next level that we want to get to. And the goal is to win the SWAC championship. I don't think anybody in this room, you ask all 12 coaches, what's your goal? Is to win the SWAC championship. So our goal is the same as everyone else's. We know it's going to take a lot of hard work, a little bit of luck, but we appreciate the adversity. I think you have to run towards it. You can't try to dodge it. And so I'm just trying to get the mindset of these young men to run towards adversity, work hard when it comes your way. And I think it's a mindset that helps you not in football but also in life, and that's what we're trying to teach them.
Nice. Go ahead, AD.
Coach, how you doing today?
Doing great. How's it going?
I'm glancing at your schedule, and once again, you guys seem to have a favorable schedule. 8 of your 12 games are played within the state of 8 of your 12 games are played within the state of Alabama. So just talk about your schedule and how your team can take advantage of such a favorable schedule with reduced travel and everything else to set yourself up for your ultimate goal, including your first game of the season is right outside the back door from where we are right now in Progressive Stadium.
Yeah, like across the street, like literally. So you're right. We start off at UAB and another in-state game. Dr. Cable, our athletic director, has been doing a great job of keeping that schedule where we have a lot of games in-state. I tell people if you can afford a tank of gas, you can drive to every game. So that's the biggest thing about it. And but it does help out. It helps from recruiting standpoint also because we have a lot of high school kids who can come and see us play. But at the end of the day, you still got to tee it up. And once you get out there, it don't matter where you're playing at, you got to go out there and be physical, tough, violent to win the football game. But from a crowd standpoint, I mean, we've been in the top 3 in attendance in FCS for the last couple of years. So it gives our fans a chance not just to come to the home games, but to travel and support us. And that fan support is big. When you see your classmates, your mom, your dad, your family, I tell people I can remember playing in the Super Bowl, grown man. When I looked in the stands and saw my mom and my grandmother sitting next to each other, it just gave me a sense of peace and calm, like, hey, just go out there and play.
Dang, he actually said high school players, y'all, not transfer kids.
Yeah, high school.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, high school.
There's a novelty.
Yeah. Well, the transfer kids come from somewhere. they come from high school.
That too.
Right.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, Coach, just to follow up on the previous question, as you go into 2025, you ask all the coaches and say, we're excited and there's several things we want to work on going into the season. They say we want to improve on the offensive side, on the defense. If I look at where you were in 2024, offensive side, you were somewhere 3rd, 4th in the SWAC. Defensive side, you kind of fluctuated kind of between 2nd and 4th, depending on the schedule late. If I were to ask you in your magic book, what are the 2 or 3 things that rank the highest that you want to do better in 2025 than you did in 2024? Can you give me those 2 or 3 things?
Yeah, you missed the most important one. If you can't kick, you can't win. And so the special teams aspect of it is where we have got to get better. And we were good. I mean, we scored blocked 7 kicks, but we want to lead all of the FCS in block kicks. That's our goal. And so we want to get to 8 or 9. I think the leader had 8. We were stuck at 7. And so just having a dynamic kickoff return guy every year. We had a guy that graduated second team all conference, Robert McMinn. So we have to replace that guy. But we know for us to be a great team, the kicking game is a crucial part of it. And I tell my guys every morning, if you can't kick, you can't win. So we'll have a special team only practice during camp but emphasize the aspect of the kicking game. So we know how important that is. I think the rest of it is just the mindset of the team. I tell the kids we can have an identity and a philosophy of who we are. Like our philosophy is to be tough, physical, and violent. So now you got to set that as an identity. Like you got to go out there and put that on film. I can talk it in the meeting, I can talk about it, but you got to go out there and show other teams and other coaches that we're the toughest, most physical, and the most violent team in the conference. And if we can make that happen, then we'll take the next step.
Awesome. Often forgotten, that third leg, that the special teams, that kicking game. Thank you, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I want to follow up, Coach, and ask you, obviously many of us followed you as an athlete playing in the conference and then beyond. But I want to know, when you played, what was your favorite place to play? It has to be on the road somewhere.
Okay.
And why? And then now as a coach, is it different? Where is your favorite place to go and coach on the road? Obviously, the most important is home games, and we see that you stay around here. But outside of it, when you get into conference play, what are those two places?
Yeah, so for me, I would have to start with the Magic City Classic.
Okay.
I mean, whenever I come to Birmingham, they don't have the light towers up. But before, when you see the old light towers, the steel structure, I mean, you just think Magic City Classic.
Okay.
And I come to Birmingham quite a bit, whether it's recruiting. I fly out of Houston, back out of Birmingham. That old great lady, man, with the two lines in front.
Does something too.
Yeah, I just get excited about coming to Birmingham. It's the Magic City Classic. So to me, that's always the biggest game of the year. It's the most exciting place to play. Other than that, I think going to Southern, which we haven't played at Southern a whole lot, but we played there twice. And me being from New Orleans, my memories of Southern, my dad went to Suno, so they would always come to the Bayou Classic, and I would always root for Southern. So my first game ever in college in 1988 was at Southern.
Wow.
So I'm excited. Yeah, we're going to go to Southern. It's like the Bayou Classic. Man, they booing us. They throwing toilet tissue at us. The dorm was right there. Like, this is nothing like the Bayou Classic. I said, y'all are totally different. And so, and we go there the second game of the year. So I would say that's probably one of my favorite places to play, other than the Magic City Classic, is going down to Southern, because those fans are so passionate and they know football. And they're going to be loud, and they're going to talk bad to you. So it's like it's a great place to play. So I'm saying that now, but interview me again after the game. I might be like, whoa. So.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, aren't you unbeaten as a player and a coach in the Magic City Classic? Is that, or at least a high winning percentage?
Yeah, we lost one Magic City Classic as a player. Okay. And haven't lost any as a coach, knock on wood.
So,
hope you didn't jinx me.
I'm sorry. I do that a lot. I do that a lot.
That's Brian. Leave it to Brian.
I do that a lot, unfortunately.
But that game is such a special game, man. It means so much to the people in the city, to us. I mean, the fans. And the game we lost, we won my first year. So I'm like, man, this Magic City Classic is a lot of fun. We lost my second year. I mean, the grits was cold in the cafeteria. You talk to your teachers, they like, you're like, oh, we better win this thing. So that is an important game to win.
Before we close out, we appreciate you taking time. I know you've got a lot of stops. I wanted to take a second and ask you, with some of the changes in the NCAA with roster sizes and management, with Alabama State, along with all of the SWAC schools opting into the house settlement, the roster sizes can increase up to 105. Does Alabama State, do you have intentions of meeting the maximum number of roster spots this upcoming season, or is it still a work in progress with your administration?
Yeah, so we'll have the maximum number of roster spots, but we won't have the maximum number of scholarships.
Sure, right.
So, up to me, I'm going to say, hey, give us 105 scholarships.
Gotcha.
Now, the administration will probably be a little bit now, but my AD cable,
slow down.
Yeah, slow down, partner. Hey, hold up. Yeah, we got to pay for this. But our AD, Dr. Cable, man, he does a great job. We just had a meeting yesterday with the coaches, just explaining to us to keep us in the loop of the changes that are going on and how it affects us. So, I mean, we'll be fully funded. I mean, our commitment to athletics financially, from the president, Dr. Ross, to the AD, to everybody on board, our academic people, it's truly, in order to win, the swarm is one aspect of it. I mean, you need the whole administration, the community, and everyone has to be involved. Just one football coach or one player, you can't win a championship. I mean, so we realize that we all have to swarm as one and pull together to get to our ultimate goal, which is to Atlanta and to win the HBCU National Championship.
All right. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck to you and the coaches and players, and good health to everybody. And we look forward to seeing Alabama State this season. And who knows, we might see you all back in Atlanta at the end of the year. You're watching the BCSN Game Time live coverage here of the 2025 SWAC Football Media Day. We'll be back in just a moment.
Boy, that